But we'll kind of go around and see if the items are feasible to get, identify different donors who could be interested in donating, especially downtown. Just working with the local community is great. And then on top of that, just going out, reaching out to them, trying to see if there's any way they can get involved, if we can work with them in any way, is always great. And then hopefully we'll get the item ready for any THON event or THON weekend.
Luckily, a lot of the hotels have been donating the past few years, so it just started with reaching out to them again and asking if they would be willing to donate, and then figuring out how many rooms they wanted to donate for complimentary rooms versus how many discounted, and then just placing families based on their treatment status and how many people are in their family into those rooms. As far as the welcome baskets, just like keeping things in order, figuring out what items we had, what families would like, and just yesterday was a crazy day in the Wagner building stuffing them, but it was a lot of fun.
I think the most important thing to deal with is starting to plan these games really early. So THON Nation is a spring position, which gives us the entire summer to be in contact with these teams. I know personally, I was in contact with the Flyers and the Devils like in the beginning of May, and the games happened in December. And honestly, we needed all of that time to figure out what day we could do, how much of the tickets we wanted allocated to THON, and just, again, figuring out all those little logistical things. So definitely having enough time to set aside so that you get all the details perfect and that the night runs really smoothly. Other than that, just like maintaining a really good relationship with these contacts. They're doing a lot for us by letting us have a game that donates to THON, and they're getting us a lot of like publicity within that too, and just like outreach, like spreading THON's mission. So just keeping up with them, maintaining our relationship, answering emails in a timely fashion, and all that kind of stuff.
A lot of our responsibilities throughout the year have become pretty routine, like verifying donations and publishing alternative fundraisers. So all of that, I think in the slower times this year, it's been good to really practice and get in the routine of doing all of these day-to-day tasks. I think it's really helped leading into this week because the majority of our role has stayed the same. It's just a busier time. So I guess just the practice throughout the year in the role has been very helpful.
Definitely the spring semester, it picked up a lot with on-shift shirts, quarter zips, things like that. And it just gets there's a lot of stuff coming into the store. So kind of just being able to separate it and, get the right counts, because not everyone's ordering Dream Forward, Athletics, 100 Days. So those orders were definitely a lot on a smaller scale. And now that all the on-shift shirts are coming in, there's so many of them, and you have to sort for each committee, and each committee there's second in command shirts, and then there's captain committees which have special shirts. So just kind of keeping that organized, getting the CMs involved to kind of expose them a little bit to what we do if they want to be a captain next year, and just to kind of see how merchandise works as a whole committee and see different sides of things. So we loved, getting them involved, having them help us sort the shirts, and then being in the store has been great too.
We definitely pulled from things they've done with the THON history tours in years past for ideas and inspiration for what we were going to do for that. And we've just been looking through the databases and the archives for all the THON history facts. And then, of course, adding things that have happened this past year into the tour as well.
The first week back, we got 2 rooms in the hub, 324 and 332. The room I'm in right now is the package room. The other one is the letter room. So in here right now we have about 800 packages. And then in the letter room, as of yesterday, we had 18,000 letters. Don't know if that's a spoiler for THON weekend. We'll definitely be announcing our final counts when we're on stage before both letter call and package call. But yeah, it's been a pretty spring semester heavy position. And I don't know, it's been a blast. It's all worth it in the end. It's so much fun. I get to spend a ton of time in these rooms with my committee, and it's just a really good time.
So in the beginning of the year, we had a few different projects, our main one being the hospitality nutrition guide that gets sent out to all the dancers. That was perfected last year, definitely by our predecessors, but this year we wanted to add a recovery section to the nutrition guide, just giving dancers options of after the weekend, how to get their bodies back into everyday life, just ideas for meals and stuff. And then last year, my position, one of the things that I was in charge of was to create a coupon book for dancers. So with that knowledge this year coming into dancer meals, I kind of wanted to combine both the coupon book and the nutrition guide. So with coupons that we gave out in the coupon book, we like highlighted them in the recovery section of the nutrition guide. So to like show dancers how they can use those coupons that they're given and implement them for the weeks following. So that was like a big fall project that we worked on. We worked with the nutritionists in Housing Food Services, who are absolute gems. They were so helpful with so much stuff. And then now that the dancers are selected, definitely the main focus is just making sure that any dancers with allergies or dietary restrictions feel as comfortable as possible. I know that allergies can be like really mind-boggling to a lot of people. And when food's coming out, it should be an exciting moment or a moment of comfort. And we really want people to feel as safe as possible. I don't want anybody to feel like they should be worried or anything with their food. So we've been meeting with dancers. We like make accommodations for people, and we allow them to let us know if they want to bring their own meals, if they have dietary restrictions or anything. So definitely just finalizing that process.
A lot of my position is done throughout the year. So way back in the summer, we really plan a timeline for when we want to get performances. We work to finalize slots of what times those are going to be at throughout the weekend. And then we hold a huge audition day in October, where all groups either submit a video or come in person and audition for us, so we can really select all the groups that will be performing at THON weekend. So then from there, we work to kind of judge and determine who's going to go where, to ensure that the vibe is there the whole time, that it's not all singers in one time area and then all dancers in another, really spanning it and breaking it out, as well as ensuring we're maintaining those relationships we've built with different talent organizations around the State College community.
From the beginning, our big focus was to start CM education as early as possible, because we wanted our committees to be experts in this area of like security, specifically metal detectors, and how to screen spectators entering the building. So that's kind of where I started my position. I started by picking dates and then educating captains on the types of positions to offer to CMs. And then as the year went on, it started to evolve into like the cross committee meetings that I spoke on before, like the show on media entrance focus group. We talk about security in there for entertainment acts and PR organizations. And then the founders entrance, I'm in charge of kind of riling or getting all the directors and stuff together for those types of focus groups, which is kind of intimidating because I had no experience with that before. So mid-year was all of the focus groups with show and media entrance and the founders entrance. And then kind of after winter break, it really ramped up in terms of just education in general across all committees. And then the past few days, pretty much, I've been working on submitting re-entry lists into DASH, which is another part of my position that I haven't really touched on. So I don't know if you guys know, but at Gate C, you can enter or leave the building and then re-enter the building if you're a part of a press org or entertainment act. And I'm in charge of getting all those entertainment acts together and getting a list of names and then submitting them on DASH, similar to how past lists are entered. So that's really kind of the end of my position. I'm almost done. And then it'll just be THON weekend and helping out everyone where I can.